So I have watched the third and fourth episode of Unicorn, and I gotta say, still really enjoying it. Again, art style, animation is top notch, and they have foreseen and are exploring the ideas that I brought up in the first video, mainly through Emily. I thought the series might, bounce around between the other characters, but it looks like it's just going to mainly focus story-wise on just Emily's conflict, which is fine. The series is only like 10 episodes long. You should probably try to keep it as focused as possible. I don't know if there's going to be a second season or not, but yeah, it's good. That doesn't mean we aren't getting some other great character moments. Also, yeah, I think I might look at these in 2-episode chunks, just because I do have some ideas to share, but mainly also just to see if I could do it. To try and streamline the whole side-eye review process as much as possible. Okay, I do have some predictions. So, the Cosmic Fox is actually a kitsune. A shape-shifting trickster spirit from Japanese folklore. It's got 9 tails. Sometimes it's just literally referred to as the 9 tails. Which explains why it seems to be smart enough to use, robots and corpses and set up elaborate traps for, the goof troop. How or why did this creature get involved with the energy monster? Well, it was either responsible for the energy monster all along, which I kinda doubt since it showed up in Egypt, I don't know. Or it made a pact with it, either for power or, here's my other prediction. I believe that the nine-tailed fox has history with Unicorn. I'm going to guess that someone it knew was possessed by Unicorn, and they basically lost them forever. I came to this conclusion with how rightfully pissed off the boyfriend was when the elf guy got in his face.
Go home. She's not yours anymore.
With the way the team is really just cavalier about just using people's bodies, if you're chosen, they just own you now.
Relinquish yourself to me.
Again, that seems like, really evil to me. But the monster will destroy humanity. Yeah, you say that, but so far it was in a desert, and then it was out at sea, and then the only settlements it attacked was a cowboy town and, a French castle. Won't someone please think of the poor white people? If you really wanted to establish that Emma has no choice but to help Melinda, then you can actually, show it. I know they could do this. The monster in the first Titan did way more collateral damage and threatened way more, innocent people in just the first episode. Whole episodes of Samurai Jack are dedicated to showing a threat, terrorizing, small towns and everything. It's literally the first episode of the revival. Again, it seems like Unicorn is the one that's causing the most damage. Just show the energy monster. I mean, I believe you. I believe you that it's evil. Just, I don't know, show it kicking a puppy once. And then that'll make the stakes real. Otherwise, it's just, I'm kind of just getting the feeling that this is beef between a giant monster and 3 idiots that were roped into doing this over and over again by some creepy old dude. I do like how the police start to question all the street psychics. I like how it's a mix of immediacy that is rarely seen by authorities in this situation. Usually they just hand wave it away. It's, that's superstition. There was a gas leak or something like that. They totally buy into the whole giant monster thing because they got robots and steampunk shit around. Why not? But they're still incompetent about it. But they do manage to find 2 people that believe in Unicorn.
My 3rd-generation grandfather was chosen long ago, and now I await my call.
And I am a direct descendant of Saint Genevieve. protector of Paris.
Mine says there's a 92% chance I'm descended from a long line of creeps.
Are they part of a secret society, or are they just fanboys? Hard to say at this point. I would think an organization started by Merlin would have a little bit more reach. We'll see. We'll confirm this if, like, anyone comes to bail them out. We hear from them later. Also, it does sort of, back up the theory that maybe Conpern got the wrong guys. Or that, he secretly made the right choice because of his robot brain and heart. I like the moment on the ship when Alfie loses his powers because of the barrier. Again, some great character exploration with how he might feel after losing the powers he got. Again, he seems to be the only member to be totally himself. He gets the powers basically scot-free without the monk living in his head. The monk has gone off somewhere else, which is kind of, I don't know, irresponsible. Also, the show depicts him as the tracker. He's the one that has sort of this spiritual radar that can pinpoint where the monster is, where other teammates are, which is why I assume that the fox targeted him first. He seems to go after him super hard. It attacks him in the spirit world, and the barrier trap seems specifically set up to weaken him first, and then take out the others.
The cosmic realm is part of my energy, and I'm a part of it.
Also, Copernicus is still the best character, but Alfie is a close second with the way he just snaps out of his funk and tries to adapt and fight, even in his weakened state. That is some ballsy stuff. Good for you, kid. Like Samurai Jack would be proud. Then there's the moment where Emma summons this giant squid to destroy the barrier. And it just felt like, really? I mean, that was really felt like a pull. I'm sure it's not like they said she couldn't do that, but it's not like they showed that she had any powers outside of the black energy. Again, Gende and his team are really good at setting up payoffs. Think about all of the flashbacks that Jack has had to show that he has, previously acquired some sort of skill or knowledge that helps him in his current situation. So it doesn't feel completely cheap when the battle suddenly turns to his favor. I ran back the 2 episodes to see if there was a part that I missed where she was talking to animals or was using other powers to establish that she could do this. The only thing I could think of is when she waves her hand over the window and it pops open. That seems more or less connected with her, her weird force powers, fly and shoot lightning bolts and stuff. I mean, sure, it leads into its own problem that they will have to solve next episode, but I don't know, still came out of left field, so let's hang tight and see what else they got. Again, that's the whole mystery box storytelling style that I'm not a huge fan of, and usually I could see it coming a mile away, which usually I pointed and laughed at people who got involved in Lost or got really into Game of Thrones. It was aha, well, that's what you get for being strung along. And now I am being hoisted by my own petard. Hey, but at least my stupid show looks nice.